Guys, we are back with the blue Ford. Have you thought a name for this yet, Russell?
I was going to call it Babe.
Babe the blue truck. So today, guys, we're going to do some cleaning, and you're going to see kind of what the actual barn find can look like. A lot of times on some YouTube videos, they show you the barn find, they show it running, and then you kind of don't see anything else. We're actually going to turn this into a daily driver, so or at least a going to town truck. So we're going to have to really work on it. There is a lot to be desired, left to be desired on this motor. Clearly has some sort of head issue. The radiator has about 47 pounds of stop leak in it. You can see it's got some massive leaks. Fuel pump was leaking terribly. I think the seal swelled back up in it and it stopped. Obviously the Duraspark, it completely melts. These are pieces of junk, so we're going to have to switch it over to HEI, get all this cleaned up, take all that smog crap off. I think Russell wants to do a new intake and exhaust manifold with a 4-barrel. What else are we going to do to it?
You know, just make it a real dependable daily driver. It's got an 8-foot bed. I can haul mess.
It never has to be made.
Take out, yeah, it never has to be made.
If it wasn't for trucks, you wouldn't have tailgates.
Take some of these vacuum lines that aren't necessary off.
But today we just got to get cleaned up. You can see kind of some of the dirt and grime, and we're going to see how we can get that. We're going to pressure wash first. We're going to spray some degreaser on the engine, let it set. That's coming out nice. A lot shinier than I thought it would be. Yeah, I really want to videotape this. See how clean that comes. With it clean, you can really see the aerodynamic properties of this bed that we'll have to adjust on. This crease is a little bit of an issue, but I think we'll still get most of it popped out. Whatcha? Can't get my fingernail under there. That's what she said. Alright, so I think we've put enough degreaser on this. It's time to start degreasing it, I guess what you call it. So you can take one last look. I'm not going to time lapse this or show it. I'm just going to do it and then we'll show it later. Guys, we got the rear wheel off and we have blasted this wheel. Get it ready for paint. We're just gonna go back with bright white. And man, it came so clean. It was super rusty and dirty. All we did was use baking soda and this media blaster, just standard store-bought baking soda. All that on my brother's channel, Lonesome XJ. I'll put a link to watch his channel on where he did this to wheels and how well it works. Just with $4 worth of baking soda and one of those $20 Harbor Freight guns. It took us about 15 minutes to get that instead of the hour it would take for us to sand it down with a wire wheel. So we haven't got nearly as much done today as we thought we would, but we did get a wheel off after we did all the pressure washing and degreasing. And we have sandblasted it, which you saw earlier. Now we have painted it, just a stark white. Polished up one of the dog dishes. So we'll probably do one more wheel tomorrow if we have time, which I'm sure we will. And we're going to do a compression test tomorrow, and then we'll probably end the video. We aren't going to get the head off, I don't believe, unless we just bust a hump. We're going to be doing a compression test. What's your guesses? 0, 13, 80, is it like a Powerball, or you think any of them are going to get over 65? Any of them are going to be the same as the truck's year model. All right, cylinder number 1.
It might try to spit some oil or water at you over there.
Yeah, I'm prepared. pairs. Alright.
Oh yeah, no.
What is that, 100 pounds?
Ooh, is that gas?
Oh, the fuel pump is still running. Should we take, is there a fuel pump fuse? Anyway, yeah, that's what is
A
that?
fuel pump fuse?
Yeah.
No, it
Oh,
runs off
it's a damn mechanical pump. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Jeez. 150. So number 2 has 150? Alright. 150. Alright. 155. Alright. 100.
Alright.
Go for it. Alright. Now number 1 has 130. I mean, I wonder if you just got a couple valves that are sticky.
Valve stuck, or a little sticky, or
I mean, I hate to take that head off. We didn't
rings.
have to. Guys, we have painted our 3rd wheel. And we only got 3 tires, so perfect. But now we gotta make a list. We got a bunch of parts in. We gotta make a list of things to do today. We have a lot to do to this truck. We have to, of course, do the HEI, drain fuel pump, flush all coolers. Oh, oil change. Oil.
I got
Valve cover gasket. Yeah, I'm about to say mount. 3rd wheel. Battery cables, battery, door strikers.
striker. I gotta get the rubbers for that.
Seat.
The arms anyway.
Cover and wipers. Alright,
I mean,
that's our list. With the compression the way it was, we want to run some tune up in a can through it and see if we can potentially some of the issue with cylinder 6 was maybe a valve that had some crud on it, or who knows. I mean, it was still 100 pounds. Do you have those numbers? What are those numbers? Let's write that down.
number 1, we had it 130. Number 2, 145. Number 3, 150. Number 4, 160. 5, 155. Well, I don't know. 6, 100.
So the idea is we're going to do all this. We're going to drive it and then redo these numbers and see if they're the same. If they're the same, after we do the seafoam or whatever we're going to do, Chem B12, whatever, and then run it, if it's still these numbers, if this number and that number is still that low, then we know we probably have a head gasket issue or at least a ring issue. I wasn't filming any of that.
Huh?
I wasn't filming any of that.
The pumping?
None of it.
You bring stuff back in?
No. I'll just tell them what we did. They have to trust us. So guys, we use this little fuel pump. I'm pouring gas everywhere, sweet. Just to pump some fuel up through a filter we had and into here. There wasn't much junk in the gas at all. It looked pretty good. Wasn't varnishy, nothing bad. So we're just going to replace the fuel line, the soft line here below the fuel filter, because any sediment that is in here came from this line. It was all black rubber. So we're going to replace the line from this filter, this new filter, to the new fuel pump we got. And then, I mean, we're pretty much done there. The tank, there's no reason to think it's bad. It's not rusty. There's nothing wrong with it. All right, so I wasn't videotaping us removing this hard line, but here I'm going to reenact it. So you get your vice grips as tight as you can possibly get them, or you go, then you cuss a lot. Just good. Why don't you go to your home? Go to your home. Finally. New fuel pump's on and primed. No leaks that we saw. We haven't really putting real pressure on it because we haven't cranked it. I went and started working on the thermostat. Here's why you don't use stop leak. There's the thermostat. And I don't know if you can see it. And inside that head is even worse. That's that might be our biggest challenge. Alright guys, let's see what we can cross off. To end this video, we are going to paint the fourth wheel, not done. HEI not done. Drain fuel, basically done. Didn't have to. Replace fuel pump, done. All coolant, nope, didn't get that done. We did take the thermostat housing off, but we didn't. Then we did take the thermostat out. An oil change, didn't do valve covers. We didn't mount the third wheel. We painted it. Cables, no. Battery, yes. Door strikes, well, half of them. Go ahead and mark it through. Yeah, so not much. So next video we will be mounting the third wheel. We'll definitely be flushing the coolant and replacing the thermostat. We can do HEI wires and plugs. Probably definitely paint the fourth wheel. Probably definitely. We will try to do all of it and actually crank it up and drive it, but it's been screwing us. Did I say that? Well, thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you later.